Hey friends, welcome back to Amber Shimmer. I'm Amber Shimmer. If you're new here, welcome. So today we are going to go over 11 items that I would immediately rebuy if I lost. So if you're interested in that, stick around. All right, so I have chosen one item for each category. I thought that was the most fair. I am not including eyeshadow palettes in this because that's just a lot to deal with. And honestly, like, how could I choose just one? That's crazy talk. So we are going to start with complexion items. So first thing is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. This is my favorite foundation by far. I love its consistency. I don't like when things are too thick or too thin. I like something that can even out my skin tone and feel weightless. And this does the job. This stuff is so good. And if I lost it, I would buy it. If I could only buy one foundation, I would buy it. I do use shade 1. The next item I would definitely go right back out and buy if I lost is my e.l.f. Brightening Concealer. I have seen people on YouTube talk about how they don't like this because it's not full coverage, but it's not meant to be full coverage. What this is a very sheer coverage brightening concealer for under the eyes, around the mouth, anywhere where you have hyperpigmentation or discoloration. Gets rid of it. I also like to use it as cleanup on mistakes on my eye or just in general when I'm trying to clean up the edges of an eye look. I used it today to make this look, and it's really great. It's not for blemishes. It's not gonna work for blemishes. It's not meant for blemishes, but that does not mean it's not a great concealer, and I would definitely want to replace this if I didn't have it. Next, blush. So this is hard. As you guys know, I've been into blush lately, and I've gotten a lot of blushes over the last few months. And so to only choose one for this category and to think of the one that seems most special to me that I would be very sad if I lost and immediately want to replace, that has to be the Rituel Fille Color Nectar Pigment Balm in Bloodflower. This is a sheer red that can be used as a blush. It can be used on your lips. It can be sheared out or built up. It's amazing. It's very versatile. It stays put, and it's just such a great color. Next, let's talk highlighter. So I've actually really gotten into highlighters the last few weeks. I'm trying to pace myself and not buy too many, but I have picked up a few highlighters that I really love. Some unique colors from some indie brands, and I can't wait to show them to you. But if I think about the one highlighter I would be so sad if I lost and would immediately want to repurchase, I think of probably the first highlighter I ever owned, actually, and that is Benefit High Beam. This is a sheer pearly pink. It's subtle but gorgeous. It really gives that wet look without glitter. Not that I don't love glitter. I love lots of glitter, but this is a great basic, and this is what I reach for the most, to be honest. Next, my favorite bronzer, and the bronzer I would immediately repurchase, is the Maybelline City Bronzer in 100. I am fairly pale, And I'm also cool toned. Most bronzers look really strange on me, so I go pretty easy on them, but this one works pretty well. It's very light, which is exactly what I need, but it builds up really nice on my skin without looking harsh. Next, eyeshadow primer. All right, so as you guys know, I love eyeshadow. I love brightly colored eyeshadow, and I've mentioned before, I have greasy eyelids. So what eyeshadow primer do I think works the best? It's the LH Cosmetics Crease No More Till the End Eye Primer. This stuff is magical. It really, really stays. This is literally the only thing I've ever used that kept a colorful eye look going all through my workday. And that's amazing to me. I don't even work in a harsh environment, but something about my eyelids makes all of my eyeshadow just kind of drift to the middle crease, and it creates this line. And this primer is the only one that has completely prevented this for the full 9 to 10 hours I've worn eyeshadow at work. Next, eyeliner. I've used this on my channel quite a bit. I don't think I've mentioned it lately, but the Nabla Cupid Arrow Stylo is, I believe, number 4, Arrow number 4. This is a nice thick pencil because we do not mess around. If we want a black line, we really want a black line, you know what I mean? I love how fat it is and how creamy and how well it smudges out. But then it actually, after a while, if you let it sit, it will not budge. So good. Next, liquid eyeliner. I had to include 2 eyeliners because you know me. I've been really, really into liquid eyeliner, and my favorite is definitely the Glossier Pro Tip. I find it easy to use, very long lasting, and really fun. I don't know why I'm just drawing all over my hand. It's just so fun to use. So if I lost this, I would immediately place an order to replace this. Next, brows. So you guys know that I have thick eyebrows and they're pretty dark, so I honestly don't do much to them. I feel like it's kind of a waste of time for me, but what I do like is to comb them and sort of make them neater, and the only thing that has really made my fairly thick, coarse eyebrow hairs behave is the Kosas Airbrow. And look at this packaging too, it's so gorgeous. And it's just, I use the clear one, I don't really need any color. And it works so well. It literally freezes them in place. Magical. Next, mascara. If you've seen more videos of mine, this is not a surprise because I've been using this obsessively for a couple of months, and that is the Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof Mascara. I love the feel of the packaging. I love how it's ribbed. I love the big fluffy brush here. And I love how this stuff works. I love how it builds. And I love how it stays because, like I said, stuff just slides off my eyes and this doesn't. And finally, lips. So I use a lot of lipsticks in my videos, but for every day, I'm usually, to be honest, using lip gloss. I apply it constantly throughout the day, and my favorite lip gloss by far is the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Cream. I have this one in White Russian, which is a nice pink nude. And It smells delicious. It has that plumping effect, which I've mentioned before, but I'll mention again. I love when my lips tingle when I put on stuff. So anything plumping I'm actually a big fan of. This one is great. It's nice and minty. It's not uncomfortable on the lips, and it smells good and it tastes good. Not that you should eat it, and it looks good. So this will always be replaced, and if I lost it and couldn't find it, I would replace it. So there you have it, just a quick rundown of the 11 items I would immediately purchase if I misplaced them. So let me know, what items would you replace immediately if you couldn't find them? Assuming, you waited a little bit to make sure they didn't turn on. Let me know. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more stuff like this, definitely subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I hope to see you here soon.